Hey everybody, this is Amanda from Amanda's Budgets. I'm super excited to do this video. I have been waiting quite a few days to do this. I wasn't sure how I was going to go about it. So, we got it covered. I am going to be showing you the 4 reasons that your binder system, your budget, all the things are not working for you. And I'm going to do a total redo of all of the things that I have in front of me today. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Amanda. I'm 35. I live in Oregon and I'm an all cash budgeter. I do cash stuffing, sinking funds, savings challenges, all in a low income. We talk about all the nitty gritty things nobody else wants to talk about on budgeting platforms, and some of it might be negative, and if you are not interested in hearing negatives and you only want to hear positives, that's fine, but it's not reality. So 4 ways you are ruining your budget. We're going to go over that really fast before we do the full on binder, shuffle, redo, revamp, however you want to call it. Number 1 is pretty darn simple. So number 1 is you're not living in reality. If you are a first-time budgeter or you have been budgeting for a while and your budget is just not stretching enough with your income, you have less income, more budget, right? We've all been there. I'm there. You're there. So you have to be realistic. What can I do about my budget? Am I tracking my spending? Am I going over all of the budgeting steps with my significant other or others in my house? I know a lot of people don't want to talk about finances with their kids, but my kids are 9 and 13, and we are in the realm of, we live in reality. Okay, I can't go to Target and buy you a toy every month. I cannot go to Walmart and buy you a video game every month. I also don't have the money to eat at McDonald's on a weekly basis or even an every couple day basis. Those are some realistic things that you need to talk about with the people in your household, because that affects most people. Some people are trying to budget and do all the things, and they've got their sinking funds, they have their emergency fund set up, and then their significant other falls off the track. Okay? But another way you're not living in reality is if you are not adjusting for times of the year. Let's say that it's summertime and you know your energy bill is going to be lower. Okay? You're not going to be running the heat. You may be using your AC unit, but maybe your AC unit is a little bit more energy efficient than the heating system that you're working with. Another thing we do not allocate correctly towards seasons are things like, am I going to need snow tires? Am I going to need to pay for back to school supplies? Is Christmas on the verge of being here within a few months? Absolutely. Who's going to cook Thanksgiving dinner? No one thinks about these things. And these are very simple things that can really just take from your budget. It can be a budget killer. We'll be honest. Okay? So the third reason that you're ruining your budget and you're not even realizing it is biting off more than you can chew. Okay? This is super important. So a lot of us in this budgeting community, and if you're new and you're just getting into this and you're like, I need binders, I need more envelopes, I need so many envelopes because I have so many things I want to save for. You have debt you want to pay for, right? You're trying to get out of debt. You're on a debt journey. You've been doing the debt snowball, and you're like, I'm just really having a hard time because my income does not fit my debt snowball. And that's how I ended up where I am today. The truth is you're biting off more than you can chew. You've got too much going on. You've got too many binders. You have too many categories. I've been watching a lot of folks try to shoehorn and try to lasso all of these things that we want to save for so we are prepared, right? But they're like, man, I'm really not getting anywhere because I'm only putting few dollars in all these categories. But truthfully, I really, really just need to get a few basic things down first. So, things like emergency fund. This needs to be funded, right? Technically, this needs to be funded according to Dave Ramsey before we go on to baby step number 2, which is paying off debt. You can pay off debt and not have an emergency fund, but what happens when an emergency happens? Is emergency as important as retirement? Maybe you're not there yet, friend. I'm 35. I'm not going to retire until I'm probably 70. 67 is the earliest I can retire. Everyone complained and barked and yelled, and they got their keyboard warrior skills out. Oh, Amanda, you're not saving for retirement. Okay, well, I'm 35. This is not going to be the highest priority for me. Not when I don't have this anymore, because I had to pull this a few days ago because I've had one emergency after the other. Maybe you are needing a second vehicle, but it's not the highest priority because you already have a vehicle. Okay. If your other vehicle is breaking down all the time, you need to be getting that fund going. I know winter is coming, and when winter comes, I don't have any additional money coming in. I might be on the struggle bus for income. So that is a priority. House repairs. Am I doing any immense house repairs right now with all the things that have been going on for me the last few days? No, friend, I'm not. Sorry, not happening. I do live in a 1966 single wide. It needs some love, but you know what? I can deal with ugly a little longer than I anticipated. I'm just here for functional. But there's other funds in here that are important, but not as important. And we're going to go over some of those. Birthdays. Are you going to save for somebody's birthday before you have your emergency fund? No. You're going to want to put this in your budget. If you know somebody's birthday is coming up and you're like, you know what? I need to have $100 and their birthday is in 4 weeks. Okay? So you're going to take your calculator. You're going to go 100 divided by 4, which is 25. I'm going to put that in my budget because that is something I can budget for to keep things going for now. Because this does not mean that I have to lasso everybody's birthday in one sitting. Okay. Number 4 is very, very, very important. And we already kind of just went over that. When you are on the struggle bus and or you are struggling with your overall budget and everything's expensive and I can't afford and this is too much, this is not working, I get you, bestie. I get you. It's not that it's you, it's everybody. Everybody is going through a struggle. But if you don't have things put in place to help you during an emergency, dumpster fire, if you are not in a place where you're financially feeling stable, it's time to take a time out, save for an emergency. Save for an emergency. It doesn't have to be a lot. Even if you can't make the $1,000, if you had 500, maybe you're on Social Security and you have a limited income, right? You only have the one check a month. Or maybe you're disabled and you only have the one check a month. I know, because I have a family member, my mother, who is disabled. Okay? And technically, she's going to be going into retirement here within the next couple of years. But she had built an emergency fund at one point. I'm not sure about it now. I don't get into the nitty-gritty of her finances, but she may not be able to save $1,000. But maybe she has $300 or $400 or $500 saved. You know, that can be something. But here's what I'm dealing with in my personal journey. And this is really super important, and I hope that you guys have, if you've made it this far in this video, please leave me a little heart, or hashtag heart. That way I know you made it this far into the video. So what is coming up in Amanda's world? What is coming up in our family that I can do a full-on binder revamp? It doesn't mean that I'm not going to use these binders for the future. It doesn't mean that this has to last forever. All right, so let's go over my revolving funds. These are funds that are always going to be in and out. Okay, if you do not have a revolving fund binder and you're spending money and you're like, you know what? Amazon takes some of my money every month. Well, maybe you need to have an Amazon envelope and you only budget a small amount of money per month that you put into that envelope. If it's Temu, if it's Shein, if it's your kiddos gaming stuff. Yes, he wanted me to download this video game for $10, $9.99. It's on sale, 30% off. You know what, friend? I've been there. So that's technically why I have an envelope for everybody that spends money in this household. Is that working for me right now? No, it's not. No, budgeting is going to get tighter. I'm going to be the budget slay queen, and I'm going to slay this away. It's going to go away for the moment because it's not a top priority. I'm going for top priorities right now. Bulk shop, is that a top priority? Absolutely. I can't tell you enough how much bulk shopping has saved my budgeting. It's saved my budgeting. And when we've been low on food, like right now, especially with my husband being gluten-free, I still have things that I have in stock. We still have some meat. We still have frozen veggies. That's part of my bulk shop. I also buy bulk rice, beans, and other products. I know it sounds pretty gross, but I have a bulk of sugar because we do make a lot of teas and coffees here. And so, especially in the summertime, we're making a lot of things. Okay, Kool-Aid, not the healthiest thing on earth, but if it's affordable and they can drink it, go ahead. I drink sugar-free. I can't do a lot of sugar. I don't do a lot of iodized salt. At least I try my best to. It's really hard to hold myself to a tea with that. Also, I don't do a lot of sugar. I have thyroid disease. If you do not know, I had an ablation, so I have to be careful. So part of my bulk shopping is making sure that I am picking out foods that work for my family and myself. Okay? Entertainment. We are not going to the concert. We're not going to the concert. It sucks. Sorry, friend. I'm sorry that you bought tickets and you're taking your brother and your sister now instead of us. And I'm really sorry. We were not expecting to have 100 and something degree weather hit, and our AC unit went out our cat got sick and we needed to repair our car. And he knows this. He knows this. He's a wonderful, beautiful friend. So it is what it is. This binder is now retired for the moment. I'm going to bring it back at some point, just not today. We're going to put the ones that we're keeping over here. Okay? Next is the holiday one. I would love to do these challenges. I got these challenges from the Budgeting Sisters. They are one of my favorites. I do watch you on a regular on my TV, ladies. I got those from you. I'm going to use them, just not right now. Whose birthday is coming up? I have a birthday in November and a birthday in December. We're gonna wait. Pause. Put the pause. Okay, I did take the $30 out of here. I am splitting duties with the baby daddies. I have 2 kids, 2 baby daddies. I was 21 when I had my oldest, and I was 25. I don't remember. I was in my 20s when I had my kids. Okay. I already. All right, friends. I don't know what happened, but while we had malfunction of, technology, I went and got myself a emotional support coffee. I am going to put that coffee over here. I have my water bottle here. I've been putting water in here, not coffee, water. For the moment, I'm trying to drink more water. I am 90% coffee, 10% water, but So back to school. I only have a few things. If I need to, I will budget it in. Okay. I did pull my emergency fund. Some of that went to back to school stuff and all the things. Okay. Christmas is a priority. It's the most expensive time of the year when it comes to Christmas. So we're going to throw that over there. Thanksgiving, I am going to pull this as well. Am I? You know what? No. I don't know. I need to make sure that I have the food for everybody, though. We're going to put it over here. If I can decide later if I want to pull these. Halloween, you get an 86th friend. Anniversary, we only really need $50 for our anniversary. I think I'm going to add that to a priority because I got to live a little bit. All right. And that's part of why we're doing this, you guys. Am I going to say, hey, I can't lasso all these things in right now and that's okay? Yeah. But if this is only $50 and you want to fund this, let's get it going, friend. Let's get it going. Thanksgiving, I think $100 for a turkey and some sides. I think I could do that for my small amount of people. We're going to go on to this binder because this binder is the most important binder other than that one. And we're going to go over why. Because these are my high priorities. All right, emergency fund. We might not get to 1,000, but we're going to try. I'm going to say 500 for this. Retirement. It's not the biggest priority right now. I think I'm going to add this into my budget, even if it's $5. I think I'm going to add this into my budgeting binder. Let's do that. It has some money in it right now that I didn't allocate for. And yes, this is my rent. No, I haven't quite paid it yet. I'm having internet issues, so I don't want to pay my rent till the internet issues are done. It's space rent. I don't own the I own the house. I don't own the land my home sits on. And I need to take these out. I don't know why I had trackers in here. Let's put retirement in here first. You know what? Every time I redo my binders, I feel a little bit more positive about it. And you know what, you guys? It doesn't have to be a sad experience. It doesn't have to. Car maintenance. This has to stay. Ooh, here I am knocking. Look at my beautiful dice. Look at them. Look at them. I cannot wait. I have a challenge coming out that I'm going to use this one for. I'm so excited. I got a D20 as well. I don't know why, but I did. I'm making games. All right. Car maintenance has to stay because you know what? We got to maintain our car. Second vehicle. We're putting this aside for now. We only have one car. Sucks. Don't like it. It is what it is. It's going aside. Winter fun. This has got to come over here. House repairs. You know what? I'm going to put that here for a moment. We're going to think about it. Family fun. We could skip that baby right now. Long-term savings. Ooh, I want to do this so bad. You know what? Even if we add $1, something's better than nothing. Okay? We are going to take out this and this. These are going to go away. We are going to bring back house repairs because you know what? You never know. I know that's part of an emergency fund, but we now have all of the envelopes right here that are a high priority for me. Can I slim this down more? Abso-freaking-lutely. Okay, but we're going to do something a little different. This is where it gets a little different. So, if you have seen my recent videos, you know that I made a new binder. And this binder is the most important binder I could ask for. Okay? And this is why. We have buffer. We have a month ahead on space rent, a month ahead on car payment, a month ahead on insurance. We have a month ahead on phones, utilities, personal bills, internet, and an urgency fund. Urgency is so that way it comes before emergency. Why? Because your emergency should be for like a dumpster fire, house fire, something crazy, big, maybe like your engine of your car blew. Okay? Urgency is for the before the emergency. So, I also want to have a buffer. This buffer, I'm going to let you know this now, besties. This baby can be used. I'm going to use it. If I need to, I'm going to use it. This is a buffer for when I need to have money. When I don't have money, but I have a paycheck coming through, or I know I have money coming through, I can pull this and redo it as many times as I want. So don't you judge me if I'm going to use this, okay? So we're going to add, because this is the most important binder, we are going to add some things. Let's add car maintenance and emergency fund into this one and winter fund. Why? Why am I doing that? Why is there so many envelopes in this one little binder? Because if I don't get my shit together, excuse my language if you didn't like it, sorry, but I'm a realist. If I don't get my stuff together, I'm going to be up a creek and things are going to happen and I'm not going to have any money. So this is really, really important. These are my main bangers of the budget realm in my world right here. Right here. And I will add trackers into the other part of this, but this will now have emergency, car maintenance, winter fund, buffer, and all the month aheads, and urgency fund. Okay? This is a lot to fill, but that's why we're doing savings challenges. Is it going to happen overnight? No, 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 no. Remember, we're making realistic expectations. I'm going to fund these in category first before we work on any of these other things. I'm going to make realistic goals. I'm going to say $500 for emergency fund. I'm going to say car maintenance for just, it's part of our sinking funds that I have been planning out, which I have to replan now. And winter fund is another sinking fund. So mainly we just need to fund the $500 in emergency to then start working on being ahead of the game. Because if you're ahead of the game, you can save more for other categories, such as these ones over here. And you can also start working on other things that are joyful. Like, maybe for you, a joy is getting out of debt. All right. So there's that one. This one, because I love this binder so freaking much. I don't not love my other binders, but I do love this binder. Is going to get these categories. Okay. House repairs. Flipping things around. No. No, 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 no. All right. House repairs. Let's go in here. Long-term savings is going here. And then we're going to go smallest to largest on the holidays, anniversary. I only need like $50, really, if that. I might even slim it down to 40. Just for my husband and I to get out and do something different. Thanksgiving is $100. We'll say $100 for that. Christmas, I want to do $100 a person because I want to be a realist. And I'm not going to lie to you. This is going to be about $150, $100 to $150 a person. And then we've got bulk shop. By the way, I only buy gifts for my immediate family. So my husband, myself, and the 2 kids, we are the ones that get gifts. I don't have the money to give everybody that I love a gift. And sometimes my presence, my physical presence, is just good enough. And it's okay if you have to do the same thing. Okay? So, let's put our rent money in an envelope and bring it to the freaking bank. So, this money is going to the bank. This is my rent money, my space rent money. I really want to add another envelope back into here, but I'm not going to. Because a part of it is anxiety. A part of it is anxiety. Everybody has it. If you say you don't, I think you're crazy pants. And if you say you've never had it, you must be superhuman. Okay? So we have our binders. I am going to sit down with my fancy dance notebook, my spirally notebook, and I'm going to go back through where I obviously have been putting in some time and work, and revamp this so I can add more money to more of these funds, because I'm not trying to lasso it all in. Okay? So as always, do what you can with what you got, because it's all you have to work with, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.